So, weekend 2 for the Modern Warfare 3 beta is here, and I want to talk about it. There is some serious impressions here. Now, I did cover this beta in a PS5 version, which was weekend 1. Unfortunately, PlayStation was the only platform you could play the beta last weekend, so I did play, maxed out my rank, did all this stuff, but I didn't really dive deep into it because there's a lot of limitations that on a personal level of how I play shooters now, I wasn't really feeling it, and that's because of 60 FPS. My monitor for my PlayStation 5 isn't shooter calibrated. What I mean by that is the response time. So there's a lot of stuff I wasn't used to, and I did have a good time, but I couldn't comment as much as I wanted to. But on the PC version, or at least the version I will be playing with, I think a lot of people play on PC now when it comes to Call of Duty. Yeah, this game has the opportunity to be a remarkable year of Call of Duty for both Warzone and the multiplayer sense of things. There's a lot of good things going on here, which kind of gets me upset about the situation of Modern Warfare 2. I still bank on the fact that I think Activision wanted these changes to be included on a premium release, rather than free updates that should have been given and was likely probably going to be given at some point. Again, I don't know the ins and outs. This is kind of my tinfoil hat. I know some people blame Infinity Ward, some people blame Activision like myself. Whatever it may be, yeah, this is a $70 update, but make that purchase with what you want. I'm not going to shame you if you guys don't want to buy it. If you guys buy it, go ahead. Obviously, I already bought it. I've been playing it early. But yeah, the PC version of this beta got me really excited for this year in Call of Duty. Now, for one, the gunplay feels like a classic Call of Duty. And what I mean by that is some of the changes that were incorporated in Modern Warfare 2 with slower mobility in terms of your ADS time, your sprint to fire time, all these minor, minute things that honestly we weren't expecting to get changed are practically reverted. Now, every now and then, yes, you can get slower ADS time, but nothing feels as slow as something could feel in Modern Warfare 2. And I think when it comes to just the way the game feels, this is remarkable and should help a lot of players when it comes to that gunplay Call of Duty-ness that they may have been missing in that last title. Movement. This is something of a sketchy topic for myself. I love it. It's fun, but I want to see a minor tweak to it because the distance traveled is a little excessive. So if anything will be tweaked with movement, I think 1 to 2 meters in distance will be fine, whether that's, vaulting, sliding, stuff like that specifically, not really jumping, not really that other stuff, because I mentioned this before, things feel a little superhuman to look at, and this can be a massive hindrance and create a situation where the game can't be fun because everyone's sliding and dashing and going left and right, and you may lose the element of gunplay there. Again, minor complaints. It also, in my opinion, affects the flow of the maps. So for example, Favela, even though people didn't love this map back in the Modern Warfare 2. Anyone wants to say, oh, that was an amazing map? No, because I was one of the few people that liked it. I'm telling you, I was one of the few people like that. I will die on that hill. So yeah, but with that being said, the movement and some of these massive leaps forward with some of this, I guess you could say vaulting or sliding, really shows issues with an old map like Favela and all these maps that are made from 2009, because they really expose some of the map parts that just weren't built with this type of movement in mind. Again, this may be a minority issue for me, like I'm going to be the few that complain, but I can see people not liking these maps because of the movement and specifically for the distance that can be traveled in that movement. I'm having fun with slide cancel, all that stuff, but again, I can see where people will have the issues with it. Time to kill in netcode. I mentioned this before in a PS5 or the PS5 impressions video, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I still get on the fact that I don't know if this is going to be for everyone. Now, the time to kill certainly is on the longer side of things when compared to the previous title, Modern Warfare 2. Now, half of that can be tied to the health points that the devs are working with. So if you guys don't know, Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer worked with 100 player health points. What does that mean? That means that they have 100 health points to work with when it comes to tuning the weapons. Treyarch in the past have worked with 150 health points. Now this allows for more flexible ranges, nothing too different. Now Sledgehammer is opting for this 150 HP, and this allows for longer engagements, potentially adding a bullet or two to that gunfight, as well as giving them a great way to balance out the game more sharply and more fine-tuned than working with 100 health points. And I think a great example of that was the striker nerf we saw this weekend. Now, nothing here was extensive, like this weapon is horrible now, but I don't think it's the top tier because the long range potential has drastically been reduced, and that has to do with the fact that the time to kill values are increased and health points are 150. So on terms of balancing out the game, hopefully 150 will be a great way to shake things up. In terms of people's enjoyments, well, I can see this game getting pretty sweaty due to the time to kill, and if skill-based matchmaking is intense like it can be in Call of Duty, then I can certainly see time to kill being a factor. But overall, last point I must say about this game, PC performance. This game was working just as great as Modern Warfare 2 does now. I kept myself at 180 frames. I was in the 140 to 180 range. I have a i9 9th gen CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 3070 GPU. So while my system may be on the high end, yeah, it was working perfectly fine, and that is a solid reassurance. Now, things may change with the launch of the game. Things are going to be added. Tons of things are going to be added, to be specific. But altogether, I'm pretty confident going forward with the performance of the game. But again, you may quote me. I may be wrong. But in all, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this beta so far. It is live today for everyone, so that's exciting. Get your hands on this. If you guys are skeptical, please play this, figure it out for yourselves, and don't worry, you're not going to be missing out on anything, because when Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3 rolls around, we should expect all the integrations from Modern Warfare 3, including movement. Now, perks and stuff like that, we'll see, but weapons and the arsenal and the movement system and the new map are all coming free of charge, so that's exciting if you guys don't want to buy this game for whatever reasons. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video and found this video informative, please drop this video a like, helps out the video a ton. And to stay up to date all the content from me, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I do drop more content. But until then, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.